Hello, filmmakers. Welcome to the film podcast for iServalan Film School. So today I'm just going to talk to you about the nightmarish experience of working in 360 when you're trying to upload to various places. So I upload these rushes that I do with my GoPro each week to YouTube, and there's never a problem from the Quick software. And the Quick software is the official GoPro app. And I've always hated it. It's so clunky and awkward, and it's just not very intuitive. It's impossible to sort of find things, and it's clunky, it crashes a lot, all these things. And then the really annoying thing is they're always trying to get you to pay for an upscale to use their app and their cloud, which I suppose it's fair enough. You get a free app. Or free use of the app, but the actual cloud management facility that they have can't work with 360 video, can't edit it. So it's kind of well, what's the point? I only work with 360, so I did actually sign up for it. It was about 40 quid. It's not cheap. That's for a year, mind you, and I got a discount at half of that, so I paid 21 or something. So that. I suppose it's not ridiculously expensive, but if it doesn't work with the footage that you're making, there's not much point in using it, is there? So, and I realise I'm a bit of a rarity working in 360 in the way that I do, a lot and all the time. It's my new sort of thing with the whole concept of the iServalan Film School, because I'm incorporating so many 3D things into my film, like dance and other things, which is just so... they're quite reliant on aspects of three-dimensional integration, as it were, and allowing the viewer to move around the screen. So, I need the tools to be able to work with what I've got, the good stuff that I'm making, and it is really exciting working in 3D. So I was playing around yesterday. I wanted to have a go at uploading to Facebook, and I wanted to put music into the file. Now, I've been very, very unsuccessful, but I think I might be able to do it today, put music on. I'm not sure. So the problem was, and this was with Gumroad as well, I was uploading my 360 video to Gumroad, and it was storing it as a movie file. And movie files apparently are, according to my AI, much harder to work with. They tend to be problematic when people download them because of the metadata that's within the file, and some other problems with viewing on various pieces of equipment, etc., etc. So I suddenly thought, well, if I'm putting these files onto my Gumroad account for people to download and pay, a couple of quid, but if they can't download them, or they can't use them as 3D, there's not much point really. So I tried to download one in 3D, and I couldn't get it into the Quick app to view it. I couldn't see a way of doing that. But guys, I'm using an iPad, and it transpires, at 2:00 in the morning last night, that it's the iPad that's causing a lot of my issues, right? So my first piece of advice this morning is, if you're going to be doing any sort of big 360 type work, don't use the iPad. If you can, use your laptop or your big girl's computer, So I was uploading to Facebook from the Quick app, and there was a problem with linking. It just wasn't going there, basically. I do not know how to link my Facebook to my Quick app. That's the first thing. It may be that I have to delete the app and rejoin again, and then maybe it gives me the option there. I do remember that that's what it did with my YouTube. So I will try that again later today. But the point is, you want to, if you're taking as much footage as I am, you want a seamless process of uploading. And I'm uploading now to Gumroad, YouTube, and to Facebook. Anyway, as you can probably tell, I managed to get 2 up on Facebook eventually. So what I did was I got the footage ready, removed the audio, then I but airdropped it to my laptop. I mean, you could do all of that on a laptop, but it's not how I work. My GoPro is linked to my iPad, and that's just that's my workflow. That's how I do it. So then I airdrop it to my laptop, right? Another step, bit of a palaver, but it's very quick. Laptop's right there anyway, you know, I'm right next to it. It doesn't have any trouble finding it, etc., etc. So the file's there, and on my as a download file, it's there on my desktop or in my download wherever I've put it. Okay, so now I need to get that up to Facebook, which I just drag and dropped. I opened Facebook and pressed upload video. I didn't want to do it as a reel, so be careful here, because a reel is going to be like a short. It's going to be in that shape, that landscape. And with 360, it's got to be widescreen. Otherwise, Facebook isn't going to understand what it is. It's going to flatten your image. Okay, so you upload it as a video and wait. It takes quite a while, even 15 seconds, 12 seconds. It's going to take quite a while because there's a lot of information it's got to get in there, right? So did that and waited a bit. Don't rush it, these things, because sometimes it takes a while for it to understand, you know, the machine to understand that it's actually 360. And then lo and behold, I've got a 360 video, which was great. And it is kind of like a reel, the way they've got the bits on the side that you can comment. So I'm not sure what Facebook does with it, but what I do know is it worked, right? And then I've put my comment as a sort of link, and you can't embed the link obviously to the actual film, but you can write at the top of the comments all of your blurb, and that's what I've done with my links. Okay, telling people where they can go to get more of the same. Now, when I tried to embed the music, it wasn't working, and my AI was telling me that the reason it wasn't working is because I was using Final Cut Pro, and it was probably ripping the metadata. So you need this metadata, otherwise the system doesn't know that it's 360. So then I went to look for, Google provide a free metadata injector for spatial 360 video. So I went to GitHub. So I don't know. So what you need really is to access GitHub on your computer, your laptop or your main computer, whatever, your desktop, whatever you're using, but not iPad. It's rubbish on iPad. So then I went into GitHub and there's a search. So my AI told me what to search for, and it's a spatial something or other metadata injector, something along those lines. And I found it straight away after an hour of fartarsing around on the iPad. By now it's about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm tearing my hair out because, you know, things aren't working. But the problem was, again, the iPad. The iPad, I've decided today, is really only good at very rudimentary things when it comes to, you know, any type of editing or uploading, or, I mean, it's quite good at uploading. That's the thing. It does upload to YouTube seamlessly from my Quick app. But what is it about film stuff, and, you know, it happens also with, you know, art editing stuff. You can't seem to get one app that does everything perfectly. You have to have about 20 different on the go all the time. And this is the problem with computing and facilitating process and, you know, start to finish of a project. Unless you've got a massive computer, dedicated computer with a massive RAM and hard drive, unless you've got all that, and you can afford the, you know, top-notch editing suite facilities. But the ease at which, you know, you do something on an app and then you upload it, even if it is 360, directly. I mean, I could probably do it on my phone from the Quick app. I expect that's feasible. I'm not 100% sure on that. But certainly from my iPad, no trouble. Anyway, so I access this thing on GitHub and I download it, and my computer said no. My computer said it hadn't passed the security. So I had to then find out, well, what do I do in this situation? So there is a way that you can go into settings on your computer and go down to security, and it will tell you what it's blocked recently. So it told me that I'd blocked this piece of this app for metadata injection, and you can unblock it. So that I learned a lot yesterday. I was straight back at film school, because remember, I'm old, and when I was doing my degree in film, things were very different. We didn't have the facilities that we have now. We weren't dealing with 360. We were dealing with very basic, rudimentary film editing, to be fair, compared to what we can do now. So anyway, this little app thing, you click on it and it opens up a little box, and you press open and you choose your film and it injects the metadata. Now, I haven't really played with that because I haven't needed to yet. I managed to get my films up and they're all working fine. This is just from the airdrop from the iPad to the laptop. But what I'm going to try and do today, guys, is I'm going to try and put a soundtrack on a piece of 360 footage. And I'm going to try and see if I can re-inject the spatial data. And because the soundtrack needs to be done in some sort of editing software. I was doing it in Final Cut Pro and it wasn't working. So I might try and see if I can do it in iMovie. Because Apple seem to be possibly a little bit more up on these things. But I'm not going to hold my breath. If I can't do it on the iPad, I will do it on my laptop and let you know what happens. I mean, it's become a challenge now, and once I was up till 2 a.m. and it was I felt that the process had been a disaster, but I really would like to put music to my 360 footage, and I have other footage on a different computer. If I've got to do it that way, I may try that. But adding all these processes adds to your workflow, and it possibly adds 10 minutes to each video, and if you've got 20 videos, you're actually talking about quite a lot of time. So I'm looking for an easy workflow to get these videos up and have the world be able to look at them, but I also want to present something that's quite interesting and quite beautiful. So there we go, that's where we're at. I hope some of that was helpful. The takeaways, I suppose, are don't rely on your iPad to do too much. It can't do it, can't cope with it. GitHub, the spatial metadata injector, is free. It's provided by Google. It's very safe. You can open it on your computer, even if your computer says no. And I guess, be patient. Oh, and you can put all those details. I mean, Facebook's actually really good with 360 video. Really, really good. And I'm surprised, but it's all kitted out for it. And you can talk about your piece of footage in the first comment on this on the feed, the thread of the film feed. So that all of that actually makes for quite a good experience, and means that my rather strenuous hours slogging last night wasn't a total waste of time. So find out more at the iServalan Film School. You can sign up at £3 a month. You get access to everything I do. And hopefully you'll be able to download my 360, but you might need to meta inject them. But there is one up there, so we'll see how it goes. Let me know, guys.